Hello, everyone, and welcome into the UNC Clemson post-game show. My name is Nathan. I am one half of the Heel Brothers, and so far it looks like it's just going to be me this evening to cover the 80-76 loss to the Clemson Tigers inside of the Dean Dome. Obviously, this is a game in which I don't believe many Carolina fans predicted that we would lose. I at first I did not predict that we would lose tonight, but as we got closer to game time, I kind of had a weird feeling about tonight, and seemingly, sure enough, it came true. So right before the game was aired, right before it came on, there was an announcement made that Seth Trimble would not be playing tonight, and you could definitely see that his appearance was definitely missed by the Carolina Tar Heels. In my opinion, really, before we break anything down, to sum it right up and really quickly, Carolina had their opportunities, energy, effort, toughness. That's it. And Clemson won all three of those. They brought more of each one to the table tonight, and they got a good win over it. Got to give Clemson a lot of due credit tonight. They are a team that came out, and to start the game, they said, no, we've been losing games as of late. I think their last 3 games or last 2 to 3 games, they had only lost by a combined 5 points throughout that whole time. They're a team that's had some issues in the ACC. They're a team that's known to get really hot in the non-conference and then get into ACC play and have issues. But they've tried to get themselves underway. I think Clemson's personally a pretty good team, in my opinion. And I think they showed that when we played them up in Little John just a good number of weeks ago, maybe a little over a month ago now. And I think they're a good team that's got some unfortunate breaks that haven't went their way over the past few games here. This is a team that almost beat Duke and Durham. Most people would say, hey, they probably should have beat Duke and Durham if the foul call wasn't made against Tyrese Proctor. They just lost to 1 point against Virginia. And I forget the other team that they had played that they only lost for a couple points for. So this was a team that was hungry and ready to come out and do whatever they could to win this basketball game. They wanted to do it in the Dean Dome. They only won once, 1-60 against North Carolina inside of the Dean Dome. Now they are 2-60. But give a lot of credit to them. They played great. PJ Hall had a great night tonight. Ended out tonight with 25 points, shooting 8 for 20 from the field, 4 of 10 from the three-point line, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Ended up getting a total of 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and had a turnover tonight. But PJ Hall played great. Their three-point shooter, Joe Girard, who we held to 5 points in Little John, ended up having himself a great night, 21 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 of 10, 50%, shooting 50% there from the three-point line, and 7 of 16 from the field. And those two guys right there, it really told the tale for Clemson tonight. They led the charge. We were able to get in the game against Little John. They were able to get PJ Hall into foul trouble because he was excited, ready to play that game, and we all knew that was the case. But also, they were able to hold Joe Girard to, I think, 1 of 10 from 3 and held him to 5 points in total. That was a great performance by the North Carolina defense. And unfortunately tonight, they were able to get him moving. I thought the movement by Joe Girard should be something that Hubert looks at personally, how they should use somebody like RJ Davis when he's playing off ball, or maybe even Cormac Ryan, or Harris Ingram to a lesser extent. Get that guy moving, get them moving. Again, I thought we got really stagnant on offense. I've talked about this multiple times, especially after the Georgia Tech game, that when we're sitting here kind of stuck in the same set all the time, come down the court, they get into a 3-2 zone. We sit here and we pass the ball around the perimeter. We're not moving. If the only movement that's coming is Armando coming to set a screen, they know it's coming. So really, they're just standing on the three-point line with outstretched arms saying, do something. And they're not having to play defense. They're just having to stand there, kind of move, kind of pivot a little bit. And that's all they're having to do. When you're not making a defense work, you're making their job extremely easy and making yours harder. So we have to figure out ways, and I thought they did a good job of it early in the game. After the 15-2 run, I believe it was, getting Armando Bacot the ball. We've been talking about this inside out to outside in um, kind of mentality that's we've been talking about a little bit. Had issues against Georgia Tech, and they've been playing from the outside in, but now they're having to play from the inside out. Georgia Tech changed them. We saw it a lot against Duke. They did a great job against Duke in playing that way, and they got forced to do it again, and they started having some success. Armando picked up a quick 12 points, and then quickly they turned away from it for some odd reason. I don't understand, but they turned away from it. And just like Salute 35 is saying right here, and I'll put this back up on the screen again, Cormac has to stop with these awful shooting games every other game. Seems like he goes 2 for 5, 3 of 7 from deep, then follows it up with an 0 of 7 game, getting very frustrating. Well, let's explain that a little bit. Let's talk about it. And this goes right into my point. They're forcing too much stuff. They're forcing too much stuff from 3. I don't know what's going on there. They took a lot of long threes tonight. Reason being, the pick isn't working. They know it's coming. You're only passing around the perimeter. The shot clock's winding down. You got to do something. And you put up a Hail Mary, and it doesn't go, and it doesn't fall. Cormac had another night, unfortunately. Now, there was a couple of open shots that he missed. Hey, you'll live and die with that. Either you make it or you won't. You don't. It's a make or miss league. So you'll live with that. But, Carolina, throughout playing really bad, had their chances in the game. This was a tie ball game, 70-70. It was a tie ball game, and they had a chance to go up there, but for some odd reason, and I don't know why this is, and we saw it against Georgia Tech, they had issues with getting a lead. I don't understand. They could not get that lead. They could not. PJ Hall basically handed it to him. He missed the free throw after they went up. They'd scored. They were up 72-70. Misses the free throw. They get the ball back, and they could not do anything. And they put up dumb shots, and they allowed the team and allowed Clemson to come right back down the court and win again. Allen's in the comment section tonight. Says the frustrating part is when we put 100 against Syracuse in the zone they played, but tonight the zone took UNC completely out of rhythm. We've been seeing that. We have been seeing that for sure. We're not forcing them to get out of zone. We're not putting them in little actions where they're having, like tonight, they had to chase Joe Girard everywhere. They had to chase him. But that's the thing. They chased him, and he was able to get open. Why, when we come down the court, we're not doing that? We got a great three-point shooter, RJ Davis. He's awesome. The little interaction, the action with Armando Bacot out to Harrison Ingram on the wing. That's great. That works. Harrison hit a big 3 late in that game after he come out, and I'm pretty sure he was cramping a little bit there. But after he come right back in, big 3. I think it was the 3 to tie the game. Why are we not moving on offense? I don't understand why this keeps happening. Really disappointed in Jalen Washington too. I don't understand what he's doing. Like, he goes out there and he's not playing a complete game. It's like there's some times where he's not playing with a certain effort, and maybe, and this is kind of a thought that's went back and forth in my head. Maybe, I'm just throwing this out here. Maybe it's an issue with how he's been utilized. And let's talk about that for a second, because when you're a player and you're put in, right, but you're yanked back out a minute after you come in, consistently enough, would you have the most confidence in the world? I probably wouldn't. And I feel like Jalen got done that way too many times throughout last season and this season. And I think it's coming back to haunt him a little bit, because he's not in a rhythm at all. Not really at all. And the best we saw out of him was in the early half of Georgia Tech. The big dunk. He was playing well. Keep him on the court. Keep him going. Keep him moving. And didn't use him much against Duke at all. Very, very little. And tonight they played the little, put him in, yank him out, pull him in, yank him out, put him in, yank him out. And then they put him in for this long period of time towards the back half of the game, and he just wasn't there. And I don't understand what that is. Now, part of that's on the player, because you have to be ready to play at all point in time. um, and I actually like this too. Why not Withers? Why not Jalen Withers? Where was Withers at tonight? I like that too. I thought that Jalen should have played a little bit more. Unfortunately, on offense, it seems like they stick him on the corner way too much and just leave him there. I don't know why that is. Again, this offense has got to get moving. Shooting percentage tonight for Carolina was not that good. 36%, 36.9. It was a lot. It ended up being a lot better than it was. They went 24-65. That is 36.9% from the field. They shot 33.3% from three, took 27 threes tonight, hit 9 of them. And let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room, the free throws. Carolina's missing some easy things here. I mean, free throws. Just go hit your free throws. I don't know what the issue is. RJ Davis missed 2 of them tonight, which is very rare from him. It just happens to be one of those. Paxson missed 2. Zayden missed 1. And Baycott missed 1. You go knock down some free throws, you got a ball game on your hands right there, man. You're talking about something. You're talking about something that can change games. It can win games. It can also lose games. And part of the reason losing tonight was missing free throws. And I do like that. I do like what you're saying here, Salute. I really do. At the fact that the bench was utilized tonight. Paxson Wojcik got some minutes, got some running, and played pretty well, to my opinion. Honestly, ended with 7 points tonight. Had a steal, had an assist, had 6 rebounds. One of them being on offensive board. It's pretty good, man. 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, and 2 of 4 from the field all together. He's playing pretty decent tonight. And I like the emergence of him because he's been kind of tucked away on the bench all season, and he hasn't really went anywhere or done anything. He hasn't been really used way too much. Kind of saw him early in the early season. But not too much since then. But I do think he's a guy that brings you energy. And I do believe that tonight, the move to bring in Paxson Wojcik was a help on the energy standpoint of the game, because he came in and the energy got up, the team got rallied, and the team got excited, and the team started to play a lot better. But the problem is, for some reason, this team, and give credit to Clemson defensively. We knew going into this game, Clemson is a really good defensive team. We all knew that. We all knew that they were. But at the same time, this is one of the best offenses in the country. That is Carolina. North Carolina is one of the best offenses in the country. They got to get moving. They got to start. They beat Clemson zone in Little John. That's how they ended up winning the game by 10, 12 points, I believe it was. But they weren't doing that tonight. They were forcing stuff. And I don't know why. They would play with intensity to get back up into the game. But then when they would get 2 minutes away, 3 minutes away, or 3 points away, 2 or 3 points away from tying it or taking the lead, it's like they just got tight. Like they knew, like, oh crap, here it is. We got to get this lead, got to get this. And they played so tight. I don't know why that is. For a team that's played so well throughout the season, and understand games are going to happen. Games like this are going to happen. And let's not discount it. Clemson's a very good basketball team. Let's not discount Clemson. Let's not discount the team. I understand the record isn't the most beautiful thing in the world, but Florida State's a good team. They're really good. They gave Carolina problems. Georgia Tech's a sneaky good team. They just got blown out tonight. Wake Forest as well. They're a pretty sneaky good team, but their record isn't that sexy. This is a good team. You lost to a good team tonight. But this game really came down to, and I know people talking about foul discrepancy and everything, and I mean, you can get into all that if you want to. Do I think there was some fouls that shouldn't have been called and some that should? Yeah, I mean, we can go ticky-tack for that. But as the saying goes, good teams beat bad reffing jobs. I don't think necessarily it was a horrible reffing job. I would like to see consistency across the ACC all the way. It's unfortunate. It really is. It sucks that we can't get, consistency there. But is that the reason Carolina lost this game? No. North Carolina lost this game because of 3 reasons. And Alan loves to talk about it. He's talked about it multiple times. Energy, effort, and toughness. Clemson beat you in all three. And that's what it is. So what does Carolina do now? Carolina came out here and ended the night. Let's look at the score. Or the score 80-76. It was only a 4-point loss. Your scoring leaders tonight, 22 from RJ, 24 from Armando Bacot. The next one is 11 that's Harrison Ingram, 5 from Cadeau, 2 from Ryan, 7 from Wojcik, and 3 from Zayden High. I did like the emergence of Zayden High tonight. Did. Yeah. Yeah, he's about to have him in hell tomorrow. That's for sure. That is for sure. And I like this comment, Appalachian. I think you hit it right here on the head here. You know, tough loss tonight. It's unfortunate we weren't playing up to our standards. We need to learn from the mistakes and move forward. Hopefully, we'll come out with great energy and effort in the next, any to say, game. Absolutely. Carolina's got to understand why this loss took place. It's the same reason that Georgia Tech took place. This is a team that maybe you underestimated. I understand that, and this is a good learning moment for the young guys. Elliott, for sure. Jalen, also. That Washington, that is. That, you know, everybody was talking about the hype before the big game. Everybody was ready for the big game. We all knew that was going to be good. And I feel like in the Georgia Tech game, they had one eye forward, and they should have been 2 eyes on Georgia Tech. Then they got to that game. They played great. Hey, that's great. You want to win that game. We did. Congratulations. I'm glad that they won. But then after it, there's still that high that comes off of it. And they couldn't get over that tonight. They've got to fix that. They've got to turn this thing around because they're getting ready to go into a stretch here that is very difficult. They are getting ready to go on the road at Miami. At Syracuse, that's not going to be as hard, but it is in their building, so you never know what they're going to come out as. But at Miami, for sure. And then come home against Virginia Tech. We all know that game's going to be awesome just because of the players that are on that team, especially one in particular. And then you're at Virginia. Then back home against Miami. Then NC State, Notre Dame, Duke. So Carolina needs to refocus here. They need to get back to, they need to go to the drawing board, understand that, hey, you know, we lost this game because we did not play our best. We didn't try hard enough, and we didn't bring the energy, the effort, the toughness to get ourselves through that. And we need to figure it. I think honestly, offensively is the biggest problem. I mean, yeah, you did have 80 scored on you. Got to play defense. They hit a lot of shots tonight, especially in that first half. That first couple of minutes was nuts, man. They were going crazy. They couldn't miss. But you give them the looks. You're giving them the looks. So they got some stuff to clean up. It's going to be a lot. Not going to lie, I'm kind of thinking all this stuff on my head, just kind of sitting here watching it, trying to collect my thoughts here. But this is a game that should be a wake-up call for North Carolina, especially going forward, because from here on out, you're going to be facing teams like this all the way out, especially Miami, especially Virginia. You got Miami twice. NC State, they're coming back again. Duke, you got that game. Virginia Tech, a 3-point shooting team. You've got some games here you're going to have to key in on and get ready. Don't know exactly why Trimble was out tonight. I think I said upper body. Don't really know what that is. You know, maybe they'll elaborate a little bit more tonight or a little bit more tomorrow. But definitely got to get back to seeing this team moving on offense. That's my biggest key of this is moving on offense. And got to get Cormac rolling. If not, it might be time for a sub. Concussion. Well, okay, potentially there. That's news to me, but hey, hopefully he'll be ready for the Miami game on Saturday because today's Tuesday, so you got the rest of the week. I'm pretty sure he'll be back before then because that'd be a week since his last game, so I think he should be good there. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments box below. Tell me what you think about this loss against Clemson. Personally, like I said, to kind of summarize it, this was a game that, you know, knew was going to be tough coming in. You know, unfortunately didn't have, you know, one of your biggest pieces. Is that the reason you lost the game? No. Are the refs the reason you lost the game? No. It all came down to energy, effort, and toughness. And Clemson brought all of it. And you got to give them credit. They're a good basketball team who's had some unfortunate breaks not fall their way. And they come out tonight looking to set a tone and set a standard. Like, nah, we're trying to be better because for that team over there, they're always trying, especially Brad Brownell is trying to keep his job. So they're going to hit you with everything they got. And they caught North Carolina sleeping tonight. They really did. And Carolina's going to come back at the table and say, you know what? No more of those. No more sleep. We're not going to sleep before anything. I don't care if something's getting headlines, whoever we're playing, whatever the style is. We're going to come out. We're going to play our brand of basketball, and we're going to set the stage and set the tone on offense and defense. And that's just the way it's got to be, bro. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you all think down there in the comments. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, everything. I've been really enjoying you guys' interactions on here. This has been amazing seeing some of the comments that we've saw there. It's been amazing. Absolutely love seeing you guys. Love hearing from you guys. Hope to see more and hear more of you. We got some stuff coming up pretty soon. Got some cool things that's on its way around. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to be kind of teasing this a little bit. As we know, we got some more stuff coming soon. But hey, College Podcast Realignment is coming. It is. There is a brand new community of collegiate podcasters, including us, the Hill Brothers, that are going to be coming together, and we'll be launching soon, and we'll be telling you all about it very, very soon. Maybe even something as early as next week. Keep that in your mind. It's going to be fun. If also you want to come watch some games with me personally, you can do that. You can come out to PSF. It is the Pro Sports Fan app. Go to your app store and download PSF, and you can come hang out with us or hang out with me as I go live. I'm doing a couple different games each. I think we do 4 games a month. I've done the Duke game and the Clemson game so far. So this past Saturday and today, I will be live on there with the Syracuse game next Tuesday, the 13th. And then also I will be live for the Virginia Tech game. Those are my other 2 games I'll be doing live on there. You guys can always come hang out with me and chill out with me. And it's always fun. It's a good time. And we can watch the game together. You can talk and comment. There's chat rooms. You can talk to me. And I can see that live. And then we can always transition right over to the post game. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, no matter what, go Heels.
You don't want none.